Your brain has this hemisphere and that hemisphere. This, if you can change colors, in a way, the magnetic field of this is connected to the magnetic field of this, and the magnetic field of this is connected to the magnetic field of this. If you look at it in a simple way, this is very much the position of the soul of the man, which is right in the bottom. The splitting of the body of the man in two parts is due to the physicality on this planet of the existence of copper and its matter state, zinc. So if you're looking exactly where the two sit, that's what we call the soul of the man. You can control the heartbeat, and then you can control very much the structure of everything within the connection. One side, which is the left side in the physical part, is always weaker. So it needs feeding, is gravitational, and it feeds into the other side. So in doing so, this side of the brain, which is on the right side, is always has to be the stronger. Otherwise, the two cannot feed each other. So in balancing of the two, now this side on the left side is weaker, which gives you the stronger right side of the body of the man. That's why most of men are stronger on the right side. It's the balancing of the fields of the two.
Mr. Keshe, can you hold on
Yes.
one moment? Looks like Rick has dropped out, and I'm just trying to get him back in.
Have we lost the YouTube? So what we see, in fact, is that the balance between the two creates the flow. In so many ways, we dictate by the position, the totality which we have. It's very easy to find the position of the soul of the man. But the hardest thing is to be able to feed it, to control it, to nourish it, to be able to understand how to control it. One of the ways of controlling the soul of the man, if you understood, I made the man in the image of myself, so the soul has an emotional strength. You can use initially the emotional physicality part to increase the field of the soul. It's very easy, but you have to learn. Now, I finished teaching this morning. It's for you to debate this afternoon how you're going to find the position of the soul. How you're going to find the position of breathing. Some of you are already familiar with it. Some of you will find it very difficult to fit into it because it does not cover the criterion of what you have thought. If you understood the position of the soul of the man, and if you understood the extension on the work of the body of the man, you soon understand something very interesting. And that is, how far can you travel with the soul of the man? Very, very far. You look into the deep space, you can position the partiality, the electron of the soul of the man, and travel the depth of the universe in no time. If you ask me, why do we come in the dimension of physicality with all the hardship that we can walk and everything else? It has a lot of beauty physicality. It's just to appreciate it. Any other question?
Mr. Keshe, this is Arthur again. Why the Buddhists have an easier time to find their soul? Because they meditate a lot, or just the culture?
The Buddhists, in so many ways, are very close to understanding the operation of the soul, because they somehow get detached from physicality. When you get detached from the physicality, you'll find understanding of the structure of the universe. Your heartbeat changes. Your interaction between the soul of your physicality, which sits within the heart of the man, we call it like an electron, and the soul of the man, which is the physical part of the brain of the man, then they can find rhythm. This is like exactly what, if you go back, remember we said when you go to the Western Wall and you just bang your head against the wall and you've seen the rabbis heading and rocking, they make a confusion between the motion of the soul compression against the, what we call transition point between the center of the soul and the physical structure of the brain. And that increases and reduces the strength in the heart position, strength of the electron. And it gives addiction in a way, because you keep on pumping, you keep on demanding more energy. The people, the true men who manage to go to understand, they do transform. If they understand the totality and watch what you're doing, Buddhists should be very easy for them to leave their soul or to leave their physicality, because they can take it with them. They can take their own physicality up. We see these things more in the East than the West, because in so many ways it doesn't come by suffering, it comes by understanding the position of. Let me explain to you on the board, now that it's on. When I was explaining before, it's like this. Where is my pen? This is the head of the man. This is the physicality of the man. This is his arms. We are looking at him sideways. Sorry about that. He didn't have much food. He's very slim man. So the heart sits here. The heart of the man is here. You look at feeding or absorbing energy in this direction. Where is it? Blue. But in fact, the soul of the man feeds in this direction. The heart absorbs energy this way. Is not this way. It absorbs this way and it feeds this way. And through it, it creates the rotation. I'm not a very good artist. One day somebody will draw it. But this is in essence what it is. We absorb energy once we become master in it from here. That's why the rhythm of heart is important. It's not that the lungs is the heart which pulls. And if you understand this, as I was explaining in the teachings to our knowledge seekers, to our motions, very interesting thing will happen. And that is, you see, the lung is blanketing the heart. When you breathe in, you don't bring any more energy inside. Now you have trapped energy, and when you hold your energy, your breath, you have trapped the field inside. The liver is on there and the lung on top. You can push the limit of the amount of energy from the air into your lungs that it passes on to the heart. From that point on, the heart starts absorbing energy from the environment. And if you can control it, the heart will not beat. Because now you control the position of the soul of the heart, the soul of the physicality, which in reality, if you look at it, it sits. If I can find the right color, it sits here at this point. The position of the soul of physicality, this is the proton and this is the electron. This heart cannot move, so dictates the field forces which gives the physicality of the man. The strength of your heartbeat creates the flow. The strength of your heartbeat, which absorbs energy from the environment, dictates the shape, the behavior, the soul, and how much energy you absorb. That's why people of the same structure, same area, which gives them physical interaction with the gravitational magnetic field of the earth, which is dictating the absorption, to hear the behavior of a culture. Because that dictates the behavior of the emotion and is fixed, because the field strength is there. And once it stays and becomes part of your physicality, it becomes of your RNA and DNA. But the soul, the energy from the soul touches the RNA, not the DNA. And then the same way, the soul is affecting the physicality, which dictates the change in DNA. So simple. Find your soul, you fly anywhere in the universe. Try to find out how you can control your soul. You don't need to eat or breathe. And then try with another soul, your partner, your friend, your child. Find how you can give unconditionally and how you can take from the soul of another to give. You will see a light in between us. You shall not see the body of the man. You shall see the man as the soul of the man in his field. We don't see the center of the sun. We see the interaction of the fields of its physical matter with the field inside, that it gives the light on the surface. When you understand and you can extend your soul by giving, what we call love, and you find the same strength of love as you can receive, you see light. In the language of physicality, we call it the beauty. We see the beauty of our partner. To anybody else, the partner could be the ugliest thing God ever created. But as its field strength is according to what we can receive, she's the most beautiful, or is the most beautiful animal, partner, or whatever we like. This is why we say beauty is a skin deep. It's the skin of the emotion of the man, and that's all it is.